Hey there, welcome to The Empowered Edge, the podcast that gives you nutrition, mindset, and habit building strategies that actually work. I'm your host, Jenna Hostetler, registered dietitian, certified neurocoach, and your go-to guide to break free from burnout, cut through the health noise, and reclaim control of your body and brain. Each week, you'll get practical, science-backed strategies so you can stop second-guessing yourself, sharpen your focus, and finally feel like the woman who leads her life, not just survives it. What if weight loss isn't actually your goal, but a stand-in for something deeper? In today's episode, I'm joined by Esteban Lutz, fitness industry veteran, founder of the K7 method, and the guy who's trained everyone from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to everyday high performers. We're breaking down why most people know what to do, but still don't do it, and what's actually missing when motivation fades. If you've ever felt stuck, inconsistent, or like you're the only one not getting results, this episode will shift your perspective and give you the tools to finally move forward. Let's dive in. Esteban Lutz is the visionary founder of Vita Personal Training and the K7 method, with over 30 years of experience in the fitness and nutrition industry. He's been the fitness trainer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's created fitness and nutrition programs for national chains like Anytime Fitness. Esteban, welcome. I'm so glad you're here to kick this off. So to get started, when people come to you, what are they looking for and how do you help them exactly? Can we unmute him again?
I'll stay unmuted now.
There we go.
Okay, repeat that one more time, please. Thank you for having me on. First of all, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. What are people looking for when they're seeking out your services and how do you help them?
You know, it's a combination of a couple of things. The low-hanging fruit is I want weight loss. And then it's a conversation of what's triggering I want weight loss. So sometimes it's confidence. It's I'm single and I don't have the confidence to show up in a certain way or to wear something to where I feel sexy in. The other one is energy. I'm married, I have kids. Having the confidence to wear certain things so I can have a mate is not as important for me, but holy cow, Jen, I wake up and I'm so exhausted. It's just like, I feel like crap. I want to feel like I did when, and then they typically would say a specific age or a weight. So it's a few things. Weight loss is the perception always, and it ties into typically confidence and energy for the majority of my clients.
And do you find, because I find this a lot, when people get their energy back, they get their confidence back, at that point, does any more weight loss matter? Or weight loss at all? Does it matter?
You know, it's interesting that you asked that because weight loss seems to be the bridge perception-wise to a way of being. And then it's like, oh, wow, okay, now I have a new goal because I hit either the weight loss goal, to answer your question, it's like, no, not really, because now it's more than a number. It's the perception is I don't feel good now. I think I'm going to feel better when I hit a number, where I would openly say it's not about the number. However, I commend somebody that does have a number in mind because it at least gives them a destination of I don't feel the best here. I feel the best somewhere else.
So I know you have quite an interesting background in the health and fitness space and in, some of the hospital space too. So what do you see that you kind of need to undo or fix when people come to you and they've been living in this diet industry for so long?
I'm going to say it just point blank, your specialty. That's what I see in the gap. And I say it this way, we can all Google wiser things to eat and wiser ways to move. Call it fitness, strength training, power training, HIIT, flexibility. So we can Google all of that. And then typically what's in the gap is a blend of accountability and habit building. So it's I know what to do and I do good when I start a diet, but 1 week into it, 2 weeks into it, 1 month into it, I just slip back to my old patterns. So even when we believe that there's a wiser way, what I see is that drift back into those old habits, those old patterns. They're not supportive. And I know it's not the best for me to be eating or drinking this, but I just can't seem to stop. So there's a version of addiction. There's a version of discipline and the version of building those new neural patterns and habits. That's the biggest rock that I see across nationwide when it comes to people maintaining a physical transformation. That's why I
And
reached
how do
out to you.
you and how do you help people get there? Because I know you have people who have awesome results.
It's so I teach 7 principles, and when you were talking about my background, to make it clear for individuals, not only have I been a private coach, but I've been executive for multiple fitness companies where I had anywhere from dozens to over 1,000 trainers that I served. And the benefit of that is whenever I would launch a nutrition or fitness program, I got feedback pretty quick. So with one company, we had 220,000 members. Another company, we had 4 million members. So the feedback that I would get in 1 week is equivalent to a nutritionist or a fitness trainer solo in their lifetime. And what I came to find out is there's seven different principles and variables that come into play. So working with somebody's identifying what are the rocks that get to be moved so they have fast wins. So in the large, actually I'll call all fitness gym business model, the goal is to support somebody to get results quickly. I remember being in the fitness industry and individuals that weren't in the industry would be like, oh, you probably love it when people gain weight because then they want to come back. It's like, it doesn't really work that way. What ends up happening is if somebody gets results, then they're addicted and attached to the way that they got results and the location they got the results. So my role was Esteban design nutrition programs and fitness programs that gets people results. And it was really important that there were quick wins and that were identifiable quick wins. So I'm kind of skirting your answer because there's multiple things. It's the nutrition, yes. It's the fitness, yes. It's being clear on somebody's vision and goal, yes. It's identifying who's in their tribe, who in their life is supportive and who's non-supportive. And this is where in the big box and even the small boxes, you have your accountability partners. You have your coach, your nutrition coach, your fitness coach, and those are the accountability factors. It's how do I build new habits? It's like, okay, I'm a member of this gym. I have my trainer, but when I step out, there's a specific environment that's either supportive or non-supportive to what I really want. Not always what I'm committed to, but to what I really want. So it's closing the gap in all of those variables. And there's constant feedback loops. You know, we know in the weight loss world, we hop on a scale and we're either getting closer or further from the goal. We take measurements. I'm either getting looser or tighter to my body. We can check blood work. We can check sleep score. We can check how much I move. So those are all feedback loops on what are the variables that we get to work on. And let's impact that for this next day, this next week, this next month. And there's not one specific thing because it's all part of the body. It's all part of somebody's transformation.
So a couple of things that I heard that were very interesting to me is that in the fitness and the gym world, you need people to get results or they won't come back.
Bingo. If they don't get results, they quit. They're like, this place sucks. I'm going to go down the street to some other place. Yeah, and I still hear it to this day. It's like, oh, you love it when people don't get results. It's like, no. Number one, people that join the industry, they do it for a passionate reason. There's a gazillion different jobs that people can do. You know, the ones that come into the fitness industry are typically uber passionate about being a support for somebody else. And in the business model, if somebody signs up to your gym and they're not getting results, they're going to quit and they're going to do something different.
And I imagine if you have a gym with a good program like the ones you've developed and someone new goes in there and then they're in this environment of people who are getting results and who are really successful. I mean, that in itself is a huge motivation and it's a place you want to be because you're surrounded by people who you want to be like.
Absolutely. And what's really interesting with that too is as more people get their wins and they celebrate the wins, then there's that persuasion of the other individuals that are like, well, if she's doing it, that means I can do it is one thing that goes in the brain. And the other one is I have to do it. I can't be the only one in the group that's not getting the results. So it helps them increase their level of commitment because others in their tribe are creating and achieving what they all went in there for. So I always say, get a couple of friends that have your back, not the ones that are going to talk you out of it. Get a couple of friends, because you're going to have a weak moment. There's many days where you wake up and you want to hit snooze and you're like, shit, I can't hit snooze because my accountability buddy's not going to, and we're going to do this together. I'm a huge fan and advocate, and it's actually one of the 7 steps that I teach. Got to have a tribe, got to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there a type of person, because I feel like I've seen these type of people before, who when they're in that environment and they're the one not getting results, instead of being motivated to do it, they shut down because, it's kind of that victim mentality of this isn't for me. Everybody gets it except me. I should quit and go try something else.
Yeah. And that's where having an accountability coach and accountability partners is really supportive, because those negative words are constantly in the head. Oh, I suck. Oh, I can't do this. And when you've got that tribe and the accountability coach, it's reframing and reteaching what's the conversations that I have in my head. Unless somebody mentors me to shift that conversation, I will always have that conversation in my head. And it doesn't matter what gym that individual goes to, they're going to get the same freaking results every single time. So my invitation always with somebody that just asks, hey, Esteban, as a professional, what's your recommendation? Get a freaking coach, get a coach and get that accountability team, because those little demonic whispers will happen. It's not, oh, it'll never happen. I'm truly committed to, like, no bullshit. It will happen. They're going to creep in. And the thing is, who do you get to lean on? My thing would be saying, assume that you will not be strong enough to overcome those voices. So who do you get to surround yourself with that collectively you can overcome those voices? But it's a pattern, and without the proper coaching, that pattern's not broken.
It's almost like you're teaching people to prepare for the unknown instead of assuming that you'll be special and you'll never hit any roadblocks, and that
it's one of the things as a coach and coaching coaches that I found supportive is letting people know you're going to fall on your face. You're going to fall on your face. It's going to hurt, and it's okay, because you're going to get back up. Having the belief, and actually, I'm going to call it a lie of, girl, it's going to be fine. You're going to make it through, and everything's going to be peachy. No, it's not. Like, what may be easy for one, it could be easy for the coach, is not easy for the client or the student, because they've never gone down that road before, and it's scary. So I've realized and acknowledged now that if I tell somebody up front, the concept is simple, the road isn't going to be easy. You're going to fall on your face. So when they fall on their face, they don't feel like a loser and, oh, I quit. It's like, well, Esteban said I was going to fall on my face. Holy crap. I totally did. Okay, let's dust it off. Let's keep going. Let's totally keep going. Being aware of that up front is uber supportive. So then that self-talk of I'm a failure doesn't exist. It's like, hey, when you go to play baseball, you're going to swing at the ball. There's a high probability you will not even come close to that ball when you swing the bat. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. And then one time you're going to nick it. Then another time you're actually going to hit it. It's a consistency, repetition, discipline.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you just said is really interesting, because something that I tell people is nutrition and good health is simple, but it's not easy. And that's exactly what it is with working out and being active and getting fit.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of different types of workouts out there. Like you mentioned some, there's, weight training, there's cardio, there's the HIIT stuff, there's, the CrossFit people, there's marathon runners. So because people are going to look it up and ask, what is the best one to do?
Yes, that's my answer. They're all the best. So it's visualize a bell curve. there's going to be a couple of variables that I'm going to teach here. So on one side of the bell curve, I'm sick. I'm on pharmaceuticals. My energy's low. I don't feel that great. On the other side of the bell curve, I'm a professional athlete. I'm a hyper performer. So the question is, before I go to the question, on Instagram, I see these hyper performers, but I'm on 3 meds. And I attempt to do what they're doing, and I'm not getting the same results because my body's in survival mode over here. So I get to address the issue, the concern. What is creating the illness and the sickness? Let me address that. Let me go from sick mode to not so sick mode to, I'm in a little bit more of the vitality, what we call healthy mode, to now I'm a high performer than a hyper performer. So it's knowing what chapter are we in physiologically and emotionally, and also find something fun. If a kid begins to play soccer and everybody's clapping and they kick the ball and, oh, wow, I like this, they'll do it again. And if they hop in a pool and they're swimming and they're like, oh, I'm the last one doing the laps back and forth, they don't like it. They're not going to do that one as much. So identify something that's fun, because you're going to come back and do it over and over and over again. And that's where like Zumba and CrossFit seem to be uber popular, because there's like a Kool-Aid when people do those. It's like, oh, it's fun. Awesome. So find something that's fun, identify where in a spectrum you're at. And a lot of times this is where we need a coach to just be brutally honest in the physiology of where we are. And then for that chapter that I'm in, what's the movement that makes the most sense physiologically for my goal and fun-wise? Again, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. When you think about physical therapy, people don't like to go to a physical therapist for the most part. Hey, I'm looking forward to working on my no, but they have fun going to the fitness trainer or to the fitness classes. So it's like, okay, the physical therapist knows a lot. Like, they're brilliant at what they do, but that fun factor is missing. So identify what's fun and where in the spectrum are you to take you to that next chapter in your physical change.
So it sounds like when you see these people on Instagram, when you see these people with these programs, it's not a good idea to compare your current situation to their current situation.
Right.
Because where they are could be you in 10 years or 5 years, but you need to look at realities for where you are now.
Yep.
So if I'm a person who, rural community, no gyms, nobody in my family or friends cares one bit about being fit. Exercise is like a curse word. So what do I do to be successful?
Right now as we're recording this, it's 2023. We have Zoom. We have other platforms. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, you have multiple ways that you can connect with people all over the world. So identify the person that I aspire to be. Where are those people hanging out? I'm going to use Facebook as an example. So you identify what are some Facebook groups, be part of that, and like legit participate. There's a voyeur side of us that we're just scrolling. Is like, oh, that's cute. Like, oh, that one's a heart. And then the other side, like legit connect, make some comments, ask some questions. When there's events like this, show up on Zoom. Like literally show that there's a difference in the actions that's going to be created and the results that are being created for the people that are live on here versus the ones that watch the replay. The ones that will watch the replay, they'll be doing other things. I'm cleaning, I'm organizing as they're hearing or watching this, but they're not connected. So if you realize that you're not at the level that you want to be to maintain, let me say this really politely, get your ass connected with love. It's find a group. Then you can ask somebody within that group, hey, what do you like? Where are you at? What are you doing? And you're going to go through, try one, then another one, then another one. And you'll identify, it's got to be fun. You'll identify what you like, but it's super important, especially in the example that you gave, Jenna, is I'm surrounded by individuals where this is not valuable to them. Find other people that it is valuable to them. Persuasion is real. We will do as the people we surround ourselves with. Relationships, finances, physical body, eating, we do the same as the people we surround ourselves with. So truly identify who I choose to become, where are they hanging out, and how can I be part of that group? Another loaded answer.
I love that. Well, but it sounds like though the real answer is if you want it bad enough, you will seek out the right people to hang out with, and you will seek out the right resources to help you succeed.
Yeah, and I'll say it's so easy today because we're connected worldwide on our flipping phone. We're connected. Oh, there's my beautiful wife there. We're connected worldwide on our phone, computer, phone, whatever the case may be. It's really cool. I've got clients from, I believe we're in 7 different countries right now because we're virtual. It's like, hey, they found a tribe of other individuals that are like-minded. And they're like, I have fun when I show up with these people. Cool. Find a group, have fun, just like we did when we were little kids. Hey, do you want to be friends? Cool. Hang out with friends that are like-minded and are willing to support you and go to bat and call you on your BS whenever you step out of role. It's like, hey, that's not aligned with who you said you're committed to being. You know what? That kind of hurt a little bit, and it hurt because it's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you.
And being the type of person who will accept that and not run away because somebody yelled at you. And, oh, they don't like me. Oh, it's my fault. Oh, I just can't do it. Like, just step up and make decisions.
That's it. No, you're going to fall on your face. If you get offended, good. That means something's landing, and stay in there. I mean, that's part of being human. You just, you work with the group, you deal with the group, and you want to be around individuals that are going to support you and call you forth.
I love learning from Esteban because the way he gets results for his clients is simple, powerful, and repeatable. And when you boil it down, so much of what he said comes back to one thing: identity. If you want to transform your life, the first step is not learning what to do. It is deciding who you want to become. And then surrounding yourself with people who reflect that version of you. Because like it or not, you will become like the people you spend the most time with. So look around. Do you want to live like the people in your closest circle? Because if not, it's time to find your people. Because trying to level up in an environment that does not support you will always feel like swimming upstream. He also said something really important. You're going to fail. And this also comes back to identity. Because if you're afraid of failure, ask yourself, what are you making failure mean about you? And it's very easy to personalize failure, but truthfully, that's self-centered. Everyone fails. In fact, the more successful you are, the more epic your failures probably were. So if failure is scary to you, then I'm saying this with love, get over yourself. Because you are not so special that you will do everything right the first time. And failure means nothing about you other than you're trying. So it's not a bad thing to fail unless you're not able to back up your actions. And that's a whole other conversation. So no matter what goal you're working on, before you even think about what to do, ask yourself, who do you need to become to have what you want? Because that is the real starting line. So if you've not grabbed it yet, download Goal Getter from the show notes and get started on the right goal that fits who you're becoming. Take action, stay empowered, and I'll see you next time. Okay, now before you pop off, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the one episode that could change your life. And give us a 5-star review if you learned something new today. If you want to check out all the awesome free guides, templates, and resources I've given away on this podcast, go to theneurodietitian.com/resources. You can grab anything you want, but only if you'll do it. Because information without implementation is worthless. And here at The Empowered Edge, we're action takers, not excuse makers.